I need you. How often do you hear those words in a sappy romantic movie whenever the main character is confessing their undying love and affection to the love interest? Quite a lot, I'm sure. And while this phrase is often seen in a romantic light and as a means to profess your love to someone and how much they really mean to you, I've never really been a big fan of it. And here's why. You see, our culture has cultivated this idea that we must be needed in order to be loved. Someone must absolutely need you to exist in order for you to be loved. But I don't think that's quite right, because dependency does not equal love. But somehow we equate the two. We blur the lines. In order to be loved, you must be needed, right? But such an idea can lead to a multitude of problems and self-esteem issues, because the people around us could probably go on living if we died. And since that's the case, we must not be loved, right? The sun would still set, the world would keep spinning, and the universe would remain largely unchanged. But that's also not 100% true either. The world does not need dandelions, sunsets, donuts, art, music, starlight, and all those lovely things to technically exist. But the universe as a whole would be a lot more bland without these things. The human experience is enhanced by these things. This is because something doesn't have to be needed in order to be important, lovely, and beautiful, and appreciated. And while it is true that the world doesn't revolve around us, we must acknowledge that the world wouldn't be quite the same without your contribution, your mother's, your brother's, your sister, your friends, your father's, your acquaintances' contribution as well. Oh sure, it'd still exist, but it'd be a lot less bright. This is because dependency does not equal love. I love Hans Zimmer soundtracks. They're great. The amount of musical talent that go into them is incredible. But if I was born in a world where those soundtracks didn't exist, I would still live. But it'd be sad that it didn't exist. Technically, we don't need music at all to exist. Technically, we don't need ice cream. But man, it's good anyway. Technically, we don't even need books to exist. Sure, books furthered society and help us learn. But if we didn't have books, we'd still be alive. But we wouldn't really be living, would we? Because our human experience would not be quite as enhanced without it. This is because books aren't needed, but they're also loved. By bookworms and book lovers everywhere, libraries exist, and they're wonderful, beautiful places. But none of this would be true if the lie that culture feeds us, that dependency and love are the same, none of that would be true. But because it is, we must believe that dependency and love are completely different things, and that you can be loved despite not being needed. So the next time you want to tell someone that you love them, don't tell them, "I need you." Tell them, "If I could choose, I would have you by my side every single day." Because love is not dependency. It's not needing someone. But I tell you what love is. I've spent a lot of this video telling you what love is not. But I will tell you now what it is. And that's a choice. And that means a whole lot more than being dependent. Because dependency does not equal love.